For our anniversary, we decided to go camping at Inks Lake, and that's near Burnett. It's a very pretty area. One of the things we decided to do is to visit the Longhorn Caverns, and that is a state park.
It is a really cool cavern experience. And I know it's a state park, and you can do hiking all around the state park, and you can do all kinds of things kind of above ground by yourself. But if you want to do the inside or go inside the caves and stuff like that, you do have to go on a guided tour. But the guided tour was fantastic. I highly recommend the state park.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it. It's only about an hour long. Was it about an hour long? Is that right?
It might have been an hour. Yeah.
It wasn't very long, but they also offer wild cave tours, and those you wear helmets and crawl through tight spaces, like on your belly in the dirt and the water, and those take 3 hours.
Not
3
for
hours.
the faint of heart, for sure.
And we were the faint of heart, so we didn't do that. We went to
You have to wear helmets and crawl through things and in tight spaces. That's no, thank you.
We decided to get cleaned
for some
up and
people
go
that
to the
might be a
winery
bit
down the road.
right.
No, yeah, we weren't going to do that. That wasn't our thing, but it might be your thing. So I can't even say we highly recommend that, but good luck. And
cool.
Doug,
We saw some people.
yeah,
doing
we
it.
did see some people doing it.
Crawling out of that little thing.
And I'm a little too claustrophobic for that experience, so I didn't want to take therapy right after we went through these tours. So, but the sights that we saw there, I was very surprised at how pretty it was. The cave is hollowed out from water that has gone through there, but also in the 30s they came through and cleaned it out, and there were, I think they said like 3,000 dump trucks full of debris that they pulled out. And back in the 30s, like they didn't, like it was
all by hand.
By hand.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was some serious work. But as soon as they cleaned it out, they also set up a stage and had bands and dancers, and it was just kind of a cool environment down there.
Right, and you can even currently today, you can like schedule a wedding and have a wedding down there. All kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, definitely book that out. It does remain like 68 degrees down there, so even though you're in Texas, it doesn't matter. It stays nice and cool in that area. There are bats that we got to see. The bats that are in the caves are called tricolor bats, and they are the second smallest.
Bats.
Yeah, the chicken nuggets. They're the second smallest bats in Texas, I think. And so the tour guides call them chicken nuggets. So we did actually get to see a couple of them hanging from the ceiling, and those were pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a ton of key features in this cave, a lot of stalagmites and all those things. They do tell you not to touch anything because those are like living entities and they're still alive and growing. And as soon as you touch them with your human oils and skins, they will start to die. So just know that when you're in there, don't be touching anything.
And please control your kids. We had a couple of wayward children on our tour, and I wanted to discipline them multiple times. So I refrained, but it was rough. So yeah, please make sure that your kids respect the area too, because we want anything that we review and we go and visit, we definitely want it to last longer than our kids and grandkids so that they can enjoy it as well.
Yeah, they still have the stage in there, and then there's one super cool feature that looked like, I guess, an animal.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Like
what
a
animal they
goat
said
or a dog or something. We don't remember from the tour, but it was really cool, and we'll show you a picture.
Yes, it's kind of one of their flagship key features in there that you'll probably see in all the photos if you do any searches of Longhorn Cavern State Park for sure.
So it is a long walk, and so even though it stays cool down there, you are going to be thirsty during the walk. So make sure that you bring water, but there aren't bathrooms, so don't drink a lot of it. But there are a lot of photo opportunities along the way. One thing that did surprise me is there was a part that was walled off, or not walled off, but gated off. Yeah,
you couldn't go past that point.
Right, and it was private property, so there is some that's state-owned under there and some that goes on to private property under there. So
it's a huge network of caves, but you can only see like a small portion of it. But it was a big enough portion of it to be super cool, like if you ever to that cave experience.
Yeah, there is a lot of moisture down there, and I wouldn't say it's handicap accessible. There is some climbing and up and down different narrow passages, and like I said, wet stones. So probably make sure that people are good and mobile before they take on this adventure.
Right. And there was a cool part where the guide actually had everybody like turn off their phones and lights, and it got super dark in the cave just to give you a kind of the environment of what that looks like when there is absolutely no light around you. Which
What they worked
cool.
in.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
that was what they worked in when they were hauling out the 3,000 dump trucks worth of dirt.
Right.
So, but yeah, we definitely recommend the Longhorn Caverns were a pleasant adventure.
Yes, definitely. It was a fantastic tour. So definitely book the tour. We didn't do any of the trails up top to really talk about those, but the cave tour, if you're in that area, highly, highly, highly recommend.
Yes, definitely. Like and subscribe if you want to learn more about our adventures. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. Like and subscribe to learn more about our camping adventures. And if you like our apparel, we have some faith-based shirts and Just Campin shirts. You can click on our store in our bio and go shopping. So like and subscribe. Keep up with us.
See y'all later.
Bye.